Okay, guys, we are recording. So welcome to this special edition team call. This is something that I wanted to do because we have so many new coaches joining our team, and it's amazing and it's exciting and it's wonderful. But I also want to make sure that as people join our team, they're given the resources that they need to be successful. We have it all in place. Beachbody has done an amazing job, and they continue to do an amazing job to give us everything we need to be successful coaches. But sometimes I think we get paralyzed by all that has to be done as a new coach. So tonight's call, I'm going to be talking to the new coach, to the coach that's just coming in, may feel a little overwhelmed or a lot overwhelmed. Even if you've been a coach for a while and you really never did anything with the business, but now you're ready to, I consider that a new coach, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been a coach. If you're diving into the business and wanting to know really what are the main things that you should be focused on every single day, it's really all around the business activity tracker. This has been, and I asked you guys to bring a copy for the call. We did send an email out last night with a link for it. It is in the Coach Online office under Training Success Club System, I believe. But yeah, we went and got these all printed, so they're nice and fancy. But you don't have to be fancy. This is all you need to start your business and to keep your business going. It really, truly is. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go through the BAT with you basically, but number 2, this section right here and number 2 on your BAT that is the power hour that you might always hear us talking about. Those are the main business building tasks that you need to do on a regular basis if you want your business to grow. So we're going to go through that, and I'm kind of dumbing it down and just making it very basic and trying to get in the head of a new coach, because I think sometimes when we've been doing this a long time, we forget. So something I want you guys to really think about right now. Everybody following a program right now, a Beachbody program, I hope. How many days per week is your calendar set for? Like how many days per week is your program? Like I'm doing, I'm going to start Lift 4 again, but we just did 10 rounds and that was 5 days a week. How many days a week are you working out, guys? Let me see fingers. 5, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5. Okay, so most people are anywhere from 5 to 6, right? Beachbody makes their programs more or less so you get good results in a shorter period of time. Their theory is small workouts, like the theory of the 21-day fix, really, right? 30-minute workouts 7 days a week so you keep your momentum going. It's the same thing with your business. You cannot expect to get results if you're working out 2 days a week, if you're working out 3 days a week. With Lift 4 is different because Lift 4 is intense, but it's the same thing with your business. You should be working your business and doing these power hours at least 4 to 5 days per week as a new coach. Now, other coaches, they do more, but you can grow your business in about an hour per day. Getting started. You're not going to have, most of you, if you're a new coach, you don't have a team yet, so you don't have to worry about like that type of team stuff yet. Your job now is to grow your team, to get challengers, to bring them into your challenge groups. And now we're going to be doing bod groups. So fun. We're totally all over the place. Nobody knows what they're doing, but we're figuring it out. And that's the fun part, right? We're excited because it's new and it's innovative and it's going to change our businesses. So we're very excited about that. And we're always growing and evolving. Somebody said to me recently, like, well, how come I haven't seen, this system or that system? We're always changing what we do because things change over time, right? What once worked for us may not work now. So we have to kind of always evolve and be like on the pulse. And the biggest thing is to always be in line with what Beachbody's doing. And the business activity tracker was created by coaches based on what they were doing every day and seeing success with. There were coaches that ran a test group using this for months and months and had really great results with seeing growth in their business. So I just want you to know, if you want to grow your business, everything you have, everything that you need is on the BAT, and you do need to be committing to it at least 5 days a week. We don't want you to burn out. We do want you to have days off, right? Because back in the day, Dave and I used to like just burn ourselves to the ground, and we do not want that for you guys. You absolutely can grow your business in about 5 days a week, which is about 5 hours per week. That is so part-time, but so much potential. You want to grow faster? You want to grow more? Do more. Like whatever this is going to tell you to do, double it, triple it. It's up to you. You are the CEO. We're not your bosses. We're just giving you the resources, the guidance, the support, and the mentorship that you need. But you're in the driver's seat. You decide how fast or how slow you're going to go. That's what I love about this. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to go over it really quickly. And does everybody have one? So you can see it so I don't have to keep holding it up? Okay. So I'm going to go over it real quickly, and then I'm going to break down the number 2 section into the power hour, and I'm going to explain what you would do every day in a power hour. Now, we're not going to have enough time to do an actual power hour, but I want to just teach you what to do so that way you, starting tomorrow, can rock your first power hour if you've never done one. And again, you don't have to do it in a concentrated hour. You don't have to do it in a concentrated hour. If you have 15 to 20 minute blocks throughout your day, you absolutely can do that. So like 20 minutes in the morning, I know that's what a lot of people do. When I was a teacher, I would wake up in the morning and I would send out my new connects. I would make new friends, send out my, followers, etc., and new messages. And then I would do invites like lunchtime, boom, 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 done. And then at night I would finish up. So you can do it in little chunks of time. You have to be disciplined. You have to be tracking and following this on a regular basis. Good? Okay, so let me go over this. So number 1 is be proof the products work. This is what we talk about all the time. If you're not diving into the programs, drinking Shakeology, doing performance line, and just being true product of the product, this isn't going to work for you. You're not in the right place. Then you just probably came in looking to do sales. And while, yes, a lot of people will say to us, I'm not a salesperson, and we say, great, we don't want you to be selling. You are, in a way, selling your journey. You are sharing what you're doing by proving that it works. And it doesn't have to be a huge physical transformation for people to want to join you. It can be anything. Like if you were stuck, if you needed a community. I mean, I think the fact that we have this amazing community is something we don't talk enough about, and we need to be talking more about that because not everybody has that. So be proof the product works. Every day you should be working out and drinking your Shakeology. That does not count in your power hour, guys. That's just what you do in your everyday life, right? Just build it into your day. Number 2, I'm going to go back to and all the things in that for our power hour. 3 is getting people results. Contribute to your challenge group. Every single day after you work out, it takes about, 12 seconds to take a picture and post it in your group. And say what workout you did and how you felt, etc. It doesn't take a lot for you to do that. Your consistency in that, and I will say this now, I always can tell who my best coaches will be by their consistency in the challenge group with their own journey. Like I see Joan here, and I remember when Joan signed up with me, she was like, tell me what to do. And she did it, and I didn't even have to like say boo to her. I never had to tag her and be like, Joan, where's your workout? Like she was on it. So I knew Joan would be a great coach because I'm like, she already knows the importance of being consistent and accountable, right, to your own fitness and health journey. So that's really important. That should be an easy step. That's the easy thing. Take a picture after your workout, post it in your group. If you can't get that far, you need to focus on that. Recognizing achievement could be, shouting out another team member or, another coach on your team. One of your own challengers, like on your stories or on a post or even in the challenge group, just cheering each other on. That's what we do as coaches. We do a lot of recognition. And then responding to questions from customers and coaches. That's obvious. And then personal development. Guys, in the beginning, Dave and I didn't think we needed personal development. And I cannot tell you the difference in my mindset on the days if I don't get to it like before I put my work in. So what I suggest is, before you're going to do your power hour or around that time frame, listen to some really good personal development, blast some good music that just gets you in a good mindset, because we're doing things that sometimes people deem scary, like inviting, right? Who's scared to invite or who has been? Me. Okay, me too. Okay. So you have to be in the right mindset to be inviting. You can't go into inviting being like, oh, this isn't going to work. Or, if you have a really shitty mindset, excuse my language, it's not going to work. So personal development every single day. And I even want to take it a step further. If you do want to grow your business and you don't know network marketing, because Dave and I are a cop and a teacher coming into network marketing, we're not business people, right? We didn't know anything about how it works. And in the beginning, I didn't want to know. I just was like, I just want to help people. But now I understand the importance of understanding, how the compensation works, how you grow your team. You do want to know all those things. So I do business development and personal development every single day. I'm listening to books, podcasts, like things like that. Bob Helig is like blowing my mind. We've been listening to his Legacy Leadership, but he has great podcasts. You absolutely should be doing at least 10 to 15 minutes of some sort of business development, so you're learning your business side and personal growth, so that way your mindset's in a good place. Because what's going to happen is if you start to let no's or rejection, or what you view as rejection, to stop you, you're not going to go anywhere, right? But if you have a good mindset and you're like, I don't care what happens, I know I'm planting seeds, I know I'm putting this gift into other people's laps every single day, that's it. That's really how you have to view it. I view this as a gift, right? And my job and my duty and my obligation, according to Grant Cardone from the 10X rule, is I need to pay this forward. How dare I keep this to myself? So when you change the way you think about Beachbody, not as, oh, I'm scared they're going to think I'm selling them something. Well, you need to change it to, I'm scared they're not going to see the value in this because it's so freaking amazing. So your job as the coach is to share your journey every single day through your social media. I don't care that you're scared. Do it anyway, because there are people who need your inspiration. And that personal development is going to be what pushes you through every single day when you think it gets hard, because it will get hard. It will. It's part of being an entrepreneur, right? It's in ups and downs. Any questions so far on the basis of the bat? And then on the back of the bat, they have all the tracking pages, right, with the lines. So you can be tracking who you're talking to. Now, again, this is a preference. Some people love pen and paper. Some people like to use Teamsy and do it right on their phone. But you do have to have some sort of tracking system that when you do start talking to people and start inviting people, that you're writing down who you invited, because then you're going to lose your business. And one thing that you'll always hear people say is treat this business like a business. If you were, running a restaurant or something, you wouldn't just guess like how much food you would need for, to make sure you could feed your customers, right? You would actually have to be writing it down and be tracking how much of the chicken you're eating and the vegetables, etc. You have to track everything. Also with your fitness journey, right? Those of you guys that have done the containers, when you track in the app or you track on the paper, you get results, right? Because you are accountable to everything. Accountability is everything in this business. All right. So if everybody's good with the whole bat as a whole, you see basically how you go down the list. And again, choose your 5 days. Choose your 5 days. That's 5 hours of your entire week. Is that doable? It doesn't have to be even an hour straight, right? Like 15, 20-minute blocks, done. That's it. That's all you need to get started in the beginning. All right. I am going to go through the power hour with you guys real quick. And I'm just going to give you, I just wrote out just what the flow of the power hour looks like. And you guys can write this down. It's easy. Can you see my screen? Yeah? Okay. All right. So these are the 4 main areas of your power hour. All right. The main things that grow your business are starting conversations, building relationships with people, which is the expand and connect. And I'm going to go over that. And then inviting them to join you. Okay. None of this should be yucky and icky and salesy. If you build the business from a place of wanting to get to know people, building the relationship, and genuinely caring about the people that you're going to be helping. All right. The last 10 minutes, 20 minutes would be 10 minutes of follow-ups, which is basically when after you send invites or you connect with new people, you're just checking back in with them to see if they got your message, because not everybody will answer you. That's normal. And then 10 minutes to respond to all messages back to you. All right. So let me go back to stop my share. Okay. So let me just get my notes out. All right. So for the first part, 20 minutes, connect and expand. Okay. So you guys have to decide what platform you want to work on. I think a lot of people are working on Instagram. I personally still build on Facebook, probably more than I do Instagram. So I know I'm not like the norm. I know a lot of people love Instagram. And, we had this conversation the other day in one of our group messages. I think Shannon said it. not all new coaches are comfortable inviting to people that they know in their warm market. And I get that. So you guys this is your business. You're going to choose how you want to run it. So I built my business around my warm market for quite a few years, and I still feel like I have my warm market because I'm constantly connecting with people in the same circles. So I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody whose kids go to school with my kids, and I feel like it's a warmish market. It's not complete strangers. And for me, that's comfortable. I get people feel uncomfortable at, asking their best friend and, their family members right out of the gate. So you have to choose what platform you're going to be on. And when you're doing your connects and you're expanding, stay in that one platform for that day. If you do Facebook and Instagram and you want to, alternate day after day, whatever, that's fine. But easy, just go through Facebook really quickly. On Facebook, literally, lots of ways to connect. First of all, you should be every day doing stories and posting, right? That's the main thing. Posting once a day. You can copy and paste it from Facebook to Instagram if you use both. If you don't, no big deal. But stories are where it's at, because that is people's view into you as a person, not just a coach. You should be sharing all parts of your life. And if you look on number 2 on the Success Club on the bat, it gives you a list: your daily life, your workout clips, your product use, no brand names, just showing what you're drinking or eating or whatever, healthy meal or meal prep, giving tips. Adding value is really, really important. That's why people like to follow coaches, because they're like, "Ooh, I need inspiration. I need value. Well, what is that recipe?" In invitations and promoting your group, using polls, calls to action, etc. The stories are ideal, guys. If you're adding new people every single day and starting conversations with them, the expand and connect, these people are going to start watching your stories. So it's really important for you to keep up with your stories. That doesn't mean you have to be doing stories all day long. Like Dave still works full time with the state police. He really can't do stories while he's at work. So he's, morning, maybe he'll show a picture or two during the day of his lunch or something, and then evenings. That's when he gets it in. So you have to do what's realistic for you. You do not have to be on your stories all day long. And then recognition and shout outs. Again, if you want to talk up the beauty of our team and our challenge groups, that's what people need to see. So that way, when you do go to invite them, they know what you're talking about. They're like, oh, I watch this chick or this guy, I know what they're talking about. I see all the stuff they're posting about. If you do a really good job of sharing all of you every day, guess what? Nobody's surprised. You invite them into your world and they're watching you, you absolutely can invite them. Okay, so that's for that. So connecting on Facebook. You're doing stories. I every day go to my stories and I look and see for any new names, people that I haven't talked to yet. Okay, now, I also, if you go onto Facebook, I'm gonna scroll down. Let me just get on there. People you may know. Do you guys see that across your screen when you're on Facebook? People you may know. They're going to suggest friends for you. Now, the beauty of this is that usually once you get if you start with like a friend of a friend, they'll suggest like, oh, they're friends. Like you can see that a lot of them have the same mutual friends. So I go through this, I look at their profile. I generally go for people with kids that look like just like me. And you have to make sure that you have mutual friends. You cannot start friending people on Facebook that have no mutual friends, or Facebook will block you because they think you're a spammer. So this one, Jamie, has 9 mutual friends, and I do a quick check and I make sure A, they're not a coach, and B, that they're not connected to a coach. I'll look and see, oh my God, if they're friends with a bunch of other coaches, maybe they work with them already. Or if it's another coach on our team that I see as mutual friend, I don't send them a friend request. All right, because you never know. I try to find people outside of the realm of Beachbody. So I will go through this. This takes all of 5 minutes. I will go and add friend, do 10, 15 every morning. Okay. Now, those people can start watching your stories. I don't message those people right away. Okay. But I will go to my stories because those are the people most engaged with me. And I will look down the list and I will write down the names of new people every day. And those are the people that I connect with. All right. In my expand and connect 20 minutes, I'm going down and once I get my list, I'm quick. I'm like, oh, hey, Joan, thanks so much for checking out my stories. You look familiar. Where do you live? Just starting a conversation, asking a question. when you connect with people, you do not need to have these long drawn out conversations. It's, hey, how are you? Where do you live? A couple questions back and forth. How are you doing right now? I mean, that's like the main question, right? We're talking to people about right now is, you know, it's so great to meet you, but how are you right now? And just having those connections with people. Another way to connect with people on Facebook is the birthdays. If you go to, where are the birthdays? Oh, Danielle and Tony just popped up. Where are the birthdays? How come I don't see them? Is it under the lines, you guys? Who knows where the birthdays are? Because I usually just send them when I see, oh, see more? Does anyone know where the birthdays? Lindsay?
They changed where to find them, and I don't know where anymore.
I just open notifications and you see all these people.
You see their birthdays?
Yeah, they have a notification during the day, I think in the morning.
Oh, it is in the morning. Okay. So that's another way. If you see people's notifications for their birthdays, reach out, say, hey, happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day and you're being safe, whatever. That's starting a new conversation. If they don't answer you, I don't track it. Don't track people that, like, otherwise you're going to have all these names and people that aren't even connecting with you. Don't stress over it. It's quick. If they write back to you, great. Those are the people you start to track. Those are the connections that you're building. Okay. And it's the same thing over on Instagram with people watching your stories. Okay. Now, Instagram's different for getting followers. The easiest way to get new followers is to find, and you're going to take a few minutes to do this before you start your power hour, so you have a list, but you want to go find some big accounts that you feel are your jam. They're your vibe. They're your people. Let's say Gabby Bernstein, for example. Okay. If you're a big Gabby Bernstein fan, you can go to her page. And what you'll do is you're not going to try to get Gabby Bernstein to do a challenge group with you, but what you're going to do is you're going to go down to all the people that are commenting, right? You want a big account that has a lot of comments, and you're going to start looking at those accounts. And real quick, looking at their profile, if you feel like it's somebody that you really like, you're going to follow, go down, follow. Now, what you can do, you send them a quick message, hey, I just followed you, you have a great account, whatever, just a connect. Or you can also, and actually you should probably do both, like and comment on like 2 of their pictures and a quick, hey girl, how are you? I just followed your account. You have a great account. Keep up the great work. Something along those lines. Or I see you like Gabby Bernstein. She's awesome. Did you read Super Attractor? Whatever connection you can find to start those conversations. Again, the people that write back are the people you're going to track. Now, this is the basics of getting new followers. I'm not diving into, I was going to do collections, but I think Lindsay will save that. Lindsay did a call on collections on Instagram, and you can go back and watch that. I'm not going to dive into that now. Let's keep it basic. But again, once you build new followers and you're continually doing your stories, you're going to go into your stories and look for new people and just reach out to them. Hey, thank you so much for watching my stories. You know, I see you have 2 beautiful kids. How old are they? Starting the conversation. All right. Those are the main things for connecting and expanding. They kind of go together. So again, you can do that in 20 minutes. Pick a platform and stay on that platform for that 20 minutes. Don't jump, because that's going to waste time. But you absolutely can build on both. All right, so that's the first part. Now, the next part is the invite. Okay, so inviting, guys, is the key to your success as a coach. Honestly, if you're not asking people to join you, somebody else is asking them, okay? And it's not just enough to post and do calls to actions on your post like, hey, who wants to join my challenge group? I have 3 spots left. People are not gonna knock down your door. Sorry to break it to you. Sometimes you'll get a couple messages here or there like, oh my God, you're so inspirational. One day I'll join you. And those are great messages and wonderful, but you still have to privately reach out to people. I still feel like the most effective way to get to people is to talk to them one-on-one and privately. If you can send voice messages, it's even more personal. But you do need to invite to get people to join you. So here's the thing with inviting. I've done it both ways, where I've done it like where I invite in little batches, like once or twice a week, or you can invite every day. Now, according to the BAT, it has you inviting at least 5 to join your challenge group every day. If you're a new coach, honestly, inviting 3 people a day is realistic. Now, you do have to start a bunch of connects and expands, and grow your messaging to people to get to inviting. So you might have a week or two of just building relationships if you're brand new, and that's okay. And then week 3, you have a bunch of people to start inviting every single day, and then it kind of just keeps going. If you keep up with starting conversations and building those, and when I say building those relationships, it really means going on their stories and commenting regularly, commenting on their posts, reaching out, being like, hope you're having a great day, just being in their face in a not so annoying way, but that's how you build a relationship with somebody, okay? So then you are able to invite them. I invite from my stories. I invite from my posts. So you want to make sure you're also posting regularly, and you want to make sure you put a post up before you go to do invites. So if you do a post in the morning and you say, okay, I'm going to do my bat and my invites this afternoon, then you'll have some good likes and comments, hopefully, on that post that you can also pull from for inviting as well. There are lots of places to pull from to invite. But please promise me, you are not going to just cold invite people randomly, and don't be that yucky coach. We tell you and we teach you early on, you do need to build relationships. You do need to be in people's business and like talking to them on a regular basis for a couple of weeks before you're comfortable inviting them, okay? Now, I did put a sample invite for right now with what we're going through with the quarantine and everything. I think we just have to be a little bit more sensitive with our inviting. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be inviting, because a lot of people need this right now. So in the team perseverance page in the files, I just put up a file before this call with a sample invite that you guys can use. Make it your own, make it sound like you, but that's what you can use going forward for the time that we're in the quarantine. And again, create an invite, have it saved in your phone. Guys, you want to be able to copy and paste, put the person's name in, make it personal. If it is somebody that you know, obviously throw things in there so it's not, mechanical, but it should be quick. You should have your list of people you're ready to invite, because if you're tracking, right, like if you're tracking all your people that you're connecting and having conversations with, by the date, like, oh, okay, in 2 weeks from now, I'm going to just go back to this list and I'm going to invite. Okay? Hold on, I got to get back to my page. I lost my notes. There they are. Okay. So you're inviting from your stories. You're inviting from the people who like and comment on your posts. You're inviting people that you've had connections and conversations with, and you need to track them all. Okay. If you're not inviting, your business is dead in the water. And the sooner you understand the way that you should see inviting is planting seeds, guys. And majority of the people that you invite are not going to be ready to join you when you're ready to invite them. I just want you to know that. So be ready to have people say, oh, not right now, etc. Lindsay actually said something great the other day that she's doing. When she's getting no's, she's keeping the conversation going. It's not like, no, stop in my track, I hate you, I'm never going to talk to you again. No, that's okay, no problem, I totally understand. I know it's a crazy time right now. And then take the conversation on to the kids or something, right? Keep the conversation moving. I thought that was great, Lindsay. And again, you'll check back in with these people. And if they've said like, oh, the time's not right or whatever, then you know that you can follow up with them. I always hear and think about like top coaches in the business that said that they were invited to join either for the coaching opportunity or to challenge groups like 5, 6, 7 times. I think about like some people on this call, like, I don't think anyone, Shannon Larice, I don't think you said yes, right? It took you a long time. 2 years. Okay, so there you go. Perfect example of, persistence wins. It's important that you know that. So every time you invite someone, you're just planting a seed. The more you invite, the better you get at it. So it's just a matter of just doing it. It's like when you learn to drive, right? Like you're scared to death to be on the road. And the more you did it, the more comfortable you got. And then now you just get in your car and drive. It's just like nothing, right? So it's the same idea. You need to get used to it. You cannot be afraid of getting rejected. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting themselves. They're saying no to this opportunity, and they may not see the value in it, but I will guarantee this. If you stay consistent, if you keep showing up in your own journey and on your social media, they will continue to watch you. They will continue to watch you until one day, all of a sudden, the moon and the stars align and they're like, I need this, right? So your job as the coach is to keep those lines of communication open and keep checking back with the person. If somebody says like hard no, like get away from me, fine, no problem, cross off the list, and move on to the next person. And again, if you're expanding and connecting and having conversations at least 5 days a week, you will always have people to invite. You will always, and then that way when people do say no to you, you're like, on to the next, I got more coming, right? It's just, I always say you keep more fish swimming in your pool. So that's really important. So again, your invite would be for about 20 minutes. And I don't know how many invites you get out. Let's say maybe 10. And that would be awesome. So you can write on your bat, you got 10 in for that day. Some days are going to be better than others. If your goal is to get, 30 out in a week and you only got, 10 out by the end of the week, make it up the next week. No big deal. But if we do have a new challenge group coming up, you want your inviting to be up more. Like right now we have new groups starting. So right now all I'm doing is inviting to the challenge groups, inviting. That's my main focus right now. And then again, once the challenge group starts, you can start just building more conversations. As we get closer to the end of the month, you up those invites, so that way you can get people set up for your group the following month. Does all that make sense? Am I talking too fast? Okay. And then the last two parts, basic follow-ups. Again, so when you reach out to somebody, they don't always answer you. And I don't want you to get discouraged and go, oh my God, I'm the worst coach ever. They don't want to answer me. They don't like me anymore. No, do not make assumptions. That's the best, most freeing thing you can absolutely learn is do not make assumptions of what's going on the other side of that message. You don't know what people are experiencing. You don't know how busy people are, okay? It's not that they didn't want to answer you. It's that maybe that they didn't have time. Or I do it a lot where I read a message and then I forget about it and I don't get back to them. So a quick follow-up is, hey, just checking back in. I wasn't sure if you got the last message or not. Easy, just checking in. Again, if you send one or two of those messages and they see it, and you can see that they see it, and they're not answering you, move on to the next. You don't have time. What? Yeah, Dave's favorite is, I hope I didn't do something wrong. If I did, I apologize. Just want to help. Okay. But that's not like with a new connection that never answers you. You just move on from them. So those follow-ups, and again, don't spend a lot of time with people that aren't giving you the time of day. You're gonna have a lot of conversations going, so it's great to be able to just move to the next person. And then responding to your messages. Obviously, once you send those invites, it's like, okay, they said yes, or tell me more, or how much is it, right? I want you guys to go back. I want you to follow the 5-step invitation process. The process works. Okay, we have videos on it. I'll put it in that doc too that I just created in the team page. The video again that we made, it's simple. It's inviting them to join you. It's them saying yes or tell me more. If they're asking you for price right out of the gate, do not give them the price because you want to dive into their goals and their struggles. So yes, I totally, we can get into all the details. I don't know how much it's going to be for you. It depends on what you have, what you need. We're going to customize this for you. So do you mind if I ask you a couple questions first? Okay, cool. All right, tell me a little bit about your goals. What are your struggles? Tell me about your nutrition. Guys, dive into their nutrition all the time. The nutrition is where the struggle is. I think it's very easy for anyone to hit play on a 20-minute workout, but the nutrition is where we're gonna get them results. And you're gonna get the most objections from Shakeology because a lot of times people don't know what it is. They say they have their protein shake from GNC and we know it's not the same. And then especially those people that really need help with nutrition, we can use their goals and their struggles. Like, listen, you told me that you snack at night or that you have a sweet tooth, which I do. You have a sweet tooth. I know that Shakeology is going to help with that. And that comes in your package, right? So laying out what the challenge pack is once they've given you their goals and saying, oh, actually before that, saying, okay, this is what our groups entail. There's a brand new video for BOD groups, which I also posted in that Team Perseverance page. That's a third-party tool, guys. I want you to use what you're given as your resources because it's very easy for us to talk people out of things if we say too much. We vomit. We don't want to vomit on people. We want to use third-party tools. And the reason why, number one, it's easier for you. And number two is you do want to grow a team, right? Eventually you want to have a team. And when you have new coaches who come on, you want to show them that this is easy. And if you say to them, look, I'm going to send you a quick little video. It's going to lay it all out for you. And it does such a better job than I ever would. They're going to go, oh, wow, she sent me a video. Like I have a new coach, Kristen. She's not on this call, but she started helping people before I could even help her help people, because she took everything I sent her. She's like, oh, I just sent them that Shakeology video you sent me. And I sent them this that you sent me. Like she had it all in place because she saw that I made it easy. I was like, oh, look at this. Look at this. We have so many resources. So the BOD groups video is perfect for somebody that's ready to join you. Send that to them and then say, you know, are you ready? Do you want to do this? And I even have graphics. I stole one from Liza Beth today. She had a good one for Shakeology. I hope it's okay that I use that in the Team Perseverance. Okay. What? Oh, okay. I'm getting told that I'm too loud. I'm always too loud. So anyway, you are going to, you can even use the graphics with the different challenge packs to get them set up. Guys, we make it easy for you. Third-party tools. Okay. You guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So anyway, I think those are the main parts. Did I leave anything out? Inviting, follow-up, 4 main areas. No, I think that's it, right? That's the power hour in a nutshell. So expand and connect is adding new friends, new followers, and messaging them or liking and commenting on their posts, and just starting conversations. That's the main base to get your business off the ground. You want to really do that at a fast pace so you can start inviting. And then the next level is inviting, right? Once you start posting regularly and you build those relationships, 2 to 3 weeks later, you're ready to invite. Following up with people, making sure, guys, after you invite someone, if they don't answer you or they say, yes, tell me more or whatever, and then you send them something and then they don't answer from there, it doesn't matter what step you're in. You need to always follow up. We will say it time and time again. The fortune is in the follow-up. So many times people just get busy and you're like, hey, did you get my last video that I sent? I just wanted to know what you liked about it. Oh my God, I'm sorry I was so busy, etc. Fortune's in the follow-up. You need to follow up with people once you've given them information. And you need to track it. I can't tell you how many people I've lost because I suck at tracking. Well, I used to. I'm much better now. But you lose people, especially as you get going in this business. And then responding to messages and answering them. You don't have to know it all. I want to just say this. You don't have to be the expert. And I don't want you to be the expert. That's why we have the third-party tools. So you don't have to come across as the expert. We are like the go-between. We are the cheerleaders. We're the people that get people set up with their things. We use them. We love them. We rock them. We're just happy customers that are like believers in this, right? So your job is to get them set up and to give them all of the things to customize their journey, to get them set up, to get started and cheer them on. All right. But use the tools that are given to you. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to say you don't need to do the 5 steps because I did that and it doesn't work. I'm telling you, we know what works. We've been doing this for a long time. All right. So any questions, anything I forgot or I didn't touch on or that is not clear, you can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat. Okay, I'm just seeing, I'm going to look in the chat for a minute, guys. I am not tracking the people I friend every day, only when I start new conversations and they comment back to me. They write back to me because that's a whole lot of people.
But if you want, okay, you added 10 people and 5 answered, but you still think that 5 who didn't reply yet, they can. So how can you manage it? Like I have 50 people and I have this Google pipeline, and even this Google pipeline doesn't work for me because I always put more people and I can't follow them up because I lost my track. I have too many people. They didn't even reply.
How are you tracking them?
I put them in a pipeline and
Is that an app?
Google pipeline. Yeah, Google.
Okay.
I don't remember the name. And then I set up okay, send them a message tomorrow, or like their posts, or comment their post, or something like this. And of course, it's like it's tons of shit. I'm sorry.
So these are people you've talked to already.
I'm trying to. Some of them replied, some of them didn't, but I still think maybe they will. So I have to.
No, do not track people that do not reply to you. When they reply, if they reply, then you track it. You have way too many people.
Lena,
Only the people that you're having conversations with that literally are reciprocating it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
can I say something quickly?
Yeah.
Lena, something that might be really good for you, and sorry, my husband's like wrestling with the kids right now. The video that Kristen was talking about the collections, I think would be really good for you, because what you're doing is something that I sort of do, which is you have 50 people that you think might be somebody who will respond to you.
Mm-hmm.
But don't write all them down, because that's going to be overwhelming. Soon you're going to have like thousands and you're going to go, oh my God. So what you do, I don't know if you use Instagram or Facebook or both.
Both.
Okay, so go back and watch that team call, and it'll show you how to make collections. That way you don't have to write them all down, but you'll have all of those people in a space on Instagram where you can connect with them every day. And then when they finally do start to respond back, then you can write them down. You can also do that on Facebook with lists, which I can make a video about at some point, because I've been using that too. So it's sort of the same thing on Facebook. So that way you have all of those people that you want to connect with and that haven't responded to you, and you have them in a place where you can go check in with them every single day. But you're not going to overwhelm yourself with seeing this list of people going, oh my, because you're going to see that and it's going to frustrate you to no end. And you're going to get overwhelmed and think that you have to connect with all those people, and you know, it's going to overwhelm you. And it already is. Look at,
yeah.
Don't write them all down.
No.
I'll show you.
Where can I get it?
The call is under the files in the Team Perseverance page. Go under team calls. It was it the last one we just did? Was it 2 weeks ago? No, it was longer. Okay. I think it might say Lindsay Kaufman's talking. I'll look for it, Lena, and I'll let you know.
Thank you very much.
It's one of the last 3 calls, right? Yeah, it was recently. But that will help you. Any other questions?
Thank you. And I asked a question about videos, and I didn't get their answer. Send a share. Can we share all videos we have on the portal or not? Like, okay, we have some videos, shareable videos, and some of them are not, or we can use all of them.
From the coach office?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all shareable. Copy link right in the back office. Copy link.
Terrible about it. Okay,
no,
great.
You can share all of them. That's what they're there for. The collections video is a team call, Mary. It's in the call files. I will look once we get off, and I will post it. Actually, maybe I can look real quick which one it is. I don't remember what it was called. So let me just look real quick while we're on here. Team Perseverance. Okay. Oh. Okay. 2020 team calls, and it is 224. This week's team call will be, oh no, I'm sorry. She discussed time. Oh wait, is that it, Lindsay? This week's team call will be hosted by Lindsay Kaufman. She discussed top tips and what's working. Is that it?
I don't think so. I think that was the one Liza spoke on.
It was. So was yours before that or after that?
I think it was after.
So then we had the one after that is 10 rounds. Then we have consistency and mindset in times of uncertainty. It was at the Power Hour half invite blitz.
That's it. Yep.
Oh, it was the very last call, 4/20/20.
Oh.
Yeah, we have no concept of time. No concept. It was the first call under team calls, under the files in the team page, 4/20. Okay. Any other questions? Was this helpful to walk you through what you should be doing? It was? Okay. Of course, if you have any questions while you're doing it, you can post always in the team page. You can reach out to your upline. We're always here to help you. Guys, we want you to succeed at this. It's not hard. It really isn't hard. Once you get into a system and a groove, and the main thing too, I want you to have in place before you start like diving into using the bat, I want you to have your scripts ready to go. I want you to have your videos. I save everything on my phone. You can save it in a note. I have Evernote that I use, but you can literally save in your notes all the videos that you send to people, all the scripts you send to people. So everything is a lot of copy and paste, copy and paste. You shouldn't be retyping out the same message over and over again. If you find yourself doing it more than like 2 times, it's time to type it, save it, so you can reuse it. And just make things personal. Put people's names in your messages. I think that's important. But other than that, it's basic. It's not hard, but you really need to use the bat minimum of 5 days per week, 5 hours per week, and you can really start to see some growth in this business. And if you're struggling to hit Success Club, that means you're not inviting. That means you're not having enough conversations. If you feel like you run out of people to invite, you're not having enough conversations. It's as simple as that. If you struggle at all, it's really all within this little power hour. Those are the main things that you aren't doing. And that's it. That's really all it comes down to. So time to get over fear and stop leading with fear if you really want to grow this business. We have people to inspire. We are inspiring just by showing up every single day. So it's not hard work. It's work that's rewarding. It's a gift. And the most amazing feeling is when you get your first challenger and when you get your first coach signed up. Like, it's such an amazing feeling because like then you're like, oh my God, I'm doing it, right? And then you help your coaches do the same. And that's how you create massive growth on your teams. And that's how it really kind of snowballs from there. All right, guys, we're good?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody says yes, then what?
Yay! So you're going to go watch the 5-step invitation process, right? So you invite, they say yes. Then the next step is let's dive into their goals. Let's talk about their struggles. Your job really at that point is to be more of a listener than a talker. And really kind of saying like, how can Beachbodies help fill their solution? Like, how can we give them a solution to their struggles? Just diving in, asking them some questions. And then saying, you know, I usually tell people like, you sound like really perfect for my groups because I think accountability would be great for you. And I know that, you know, we have programs that would match up for you. Can I send you a quick video that lays out what our groups entail so you can see if it's for you or not? I'll ask people that. And then if they say, sure, send it over. I'll send, now we have the new bod groups one, but I usually send the Ever Feel Like This video. I say, check this video out. Let me know what you like about it. And because I want to have a positive answer. When you say, what do you think? I think you can leave yourself open to some negativity. Well, I think it was all right. It wasn't great, you know, but if you say, tell me what you like about it. Oh, I like that everybody does it together or whatever. That's great. Can you picture yourself doing this? If so, these are what you need to get started. They're called challenge packs, and it will give you all the tools you need to get set up in our group for success. Let me give you the options. Again, then we have graphic. You send a picture of all the challenge packs, boom, boom, done. Which one works best for you? And then you're going to do the share a cart, which, do you know how to use the share a cart, Mary, yet?
I think so.
Okay. If you don't, you can ask us.
I can figure it out, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So then all you need to, okay, great. You want to get the annual bod challenge pack with Shakeology. Perfect. I just need to know what flavor Shakeology you want, your email address, and I can get you set up ASAP and send you a cart customize a cart right for you. That's the steps. Those are the steps. And the flow kind of follows, is the same for every person. You're going to have different conversations, but that's the flow. It's talking to them, building a relationship, inviting them to join you, getting the goals and the struggles, using a third-party tool to show them what we got, using another third-party tool to say, this is what you need to be in my group, and then closing it with the share a cart.
Okay. And then you put them in your group somehow, and then do you have to be doing the same program with them that they're doing?
Nope. Who's your coach, Mary?
Julia Carrera.
Oh, Julia. No, so our groups are multi-program. So everybody's at different levels. Everybody has different needs. So you get them into a group. We usually have groups that start, well, ours start the first of every month. I'm not sure how Julia does hers. I think she was on. I don't know if she's on anymore. But she'll let you know when the group starts. The beauty of what we do is like, we usually have leaders who run the groups and they invite all of their coaches in. And if you get challengers, you just add them right to the group. So everybody has that place to plug into. And your job is just to make sure that it gets started right. They know how to use BOD, right? Like show them how to make Shakeology. Like I have a video I made of how I make my Shakeology in a blender and I send that to the person. I'm like, this is how I make my shake. And just help them make sure that they know what they're doing, help them set some goals. You can get on a call with them if you want to get them started before you get into a group. Sorry, somebody's pulling in my driveway. No. But yeah, that's basically it. That's
Okay.
Don't overthink it, but those are the basic steps.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. Any other questions? Joan, you have a question? You got a question? Okay. All right, guys. So I will post this video. So if anybody missed it, we can pass it on to them. And I will go, what did I say I was going to add to? Oh, by the way, real quick before we get off. So I'm doing this Bob Healig training, right? We're doing AMP right now. I'm doing it with Lindsay and Liza. I don't know if anyone else is on here. But anyway, so Bob Healig is teaching us about recruiting business builders. And he was talking about creating your invites with the objection that we normally get when we invite people to coaching. So we didn't talk about inviting to coaching right now on this call, but it's the same idea. I did put a coach invite in that Team Perseverance file that I made up today based on what Bob was teaching us. It's a little long, but it basically is like laying out coaching with the objection of time and having systems in place and support. Because those are the main things that people think about when you ask them to be coaches. They're like, I don't have time for this, and looks too hard. So how can we lay it out for them to make it nice and easy? I tested it out on somebody today, somebody that I was hesitant to invite for about 8 years. And she said, yeah, send me the information. I'm like, oh my God. Now, it doesn't mean she's joining me, but she's open. So anyway, I posted it in there if you guys want to take a look at it. Pretty cool stuff. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I hope you have a great night. Again, if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can post in the team page. The team, the coach office is full of resources. So make sure you do go scroll around. I taught myself everything by just going through the coach office. Honestly, all the tabs across the top. Grow your business. All your product toolkits are there with all the videos that you'll ever need. The training tab has everything you need. We just added another Coach Basics to the Team Perseverance files. There's tons of things for you to look at, but I do want you to remember, keep it simple, stupid, right? Like KISS, just do your bat, and just learn your way through this. You can learn as you earn, all right? And we are here to help you. All right, guys, have a great night.